Okay, this is part 2 of the Liver and Gallbladder Miracle Cleanse book. So, part 2, I'm going to talk about what you do from day 1 through 5. And then I'm going to do a second video just on day 6, because there's a lot that happens on day 6. So my third video will be on the day 6 cleanse. So on day 1 through 5, well, first I want to say in the book it's chapter 4 is the liver and gallbladder cleanse, and it tells you step by step what to do in the cleanse. But I found it a little confusing because, I mean, he does say step by step, but then later on there's other chapters like having difficulty with the cleanse, and there's all these tips, and then there's questions from people and tips. So I felt like it would be great if those things were kind of included with the step by step. Maybe in the future Andreas will make another book where he kind of puts it all together, the tips with the step by step. So I made my own notes, and I typed all the steps, and then I included the tips with it and the answers to the questions he provided people. So my notes are really detailed, and plus there's some new things that he's, I guess, talked about on his Facebook page that my friend Nita told me about, that I made a change from the book too, and it actually helped me a lot, and I'll talk about that in a second. So day 1 through 5, you drink 8 ounces of tart cherry juice, a warm tart cherry juice each day, slowly through the day between meals. And you don't drink the tart cherry juice after 5 p.m. And this is the kind of tart cherry juice I've been drinking, and I think it tastes really good. After a while, you're like, oh, I wish it was cold. But during the cleanse, you can't have anything chilled. So nothing cold, nothing with ice. So this is R.W. Knudsen family, just tart cherry juice. So it's just tart cherry. It's non-GMO, which makes it even more healthy. And it's 100% red tart cherry juice from concentrate, unsweetened. So the reason why the book says to drink this is because it has malic acid in it, which kind of opens the pathway in your body to let the gallstones go through, which is something my doctor actually asked me about. He's like, well, how do the gallstones get through, And I said, well, we drink malic acid for the first 6 days. The 6th day you drink it in the morning too. But so he's like, oh, so even the doctor is like, oh, that would work. So, and it does. So you drink this, and you're supposed to drink it, it says each day, and you don't drink it after 5. Not sure why, but that's just what the book says. And in the book says, please stay with these directions. If you miss something, you probably need to start all over on the cleanse. If you don't drink this juice in the day, you're probably going to have to start your cleanse all over again, because it's very important that you drink the juice each day. You're supposed to avoid drinking the juice during a meal. Don't drink it during a meal. Don't drink it just before a meal. Avoid drinking it 2 hours. 2 hours after the meal, you shouldn't drink it, and after that you can. And so I have found it kind of hard to get it in, during the time, but thankfully it's only 8 ounces, so it's not been too hard to get it in. So what I try to do is when I wake up early in the morning, I'll just take sips because it says drink it slowly. Take sips, and then I try not to drink it right before I eat. And if I don't, drink very much, I just try to, get it in through the day. I just don't drink it after 5. The book says to drink 32 ounces of apple juice for your malic acid. And I did that on my first cleanse, and my body just didn't tolerate that very good. That's one reason I had some problems with my cleanse on the first one. Just a little too hard on me, being so sick and everything. And he does give a recommendation of something you can drink instead of apple juice, but I can't remember what it was, but it seemed like something that would be kind of hard to find. I don't know for sure what it even was. But whenever I went on the Facebook page that week and I said, I'm having a hard time drinking this apple juice, my friend Nita told me that Andreas had, I guess, since the book, has said instead of the 32 ounces of apple juice, you can drink 8 ounces of tart cherry juice. I was like, yes! Oh my goodness. Go from 32 ounces to 8? I will do that for sure. And I just think it tastes better. And I mean, after a while, you just get tired of all that apple juice. Normally, I like apple juice, but not that much. So, that's what that's pretty easy. And, during the week, you do have to avoid foods and drinks that are chilled. No ice water, no cold smoothies, which smoothies can be really healthy and be a really great thing to have, but since it's cold, I think it constricts the passageway. I think that's what I recall. And I know for sure it constricts the passageway, so that's why you don't want the cold. And so nothing cold. And then you also avoid foods from animal sources. So you basically need to be on a vegan diet the whole time. And no dairy or fried foods. And it's kind of hard for me to be on the vegan diet because I'm not used to that at all, but I just think, okay, it's just for a week, and sometimes I'm not perfect with it. Sometimes I might have an animal source, but then I try not to eat that again during the cleanse. Give the body a break, because I think when you eat the animal source, it works your liver harder, and they want you to avoid working your liver very hard, because one of the other things is no vitamins or supplements during the week, because that works your liver, and avoid medicine if possible, especially Tylenol, because that really works your liver. Like that first week, the first time I did my cleanse, I had the horrible headache and I wanted to take Tylenol so bad, and my friend Nita said, you can't take Tylenol, you'll have to start the cleanse all over. So I just put an ice pack on my head. I put a lavender essential oil on me, and God helped me through it. I mean, if it weren't for God and all that, I have to give the glory to God. I am a Christian, and I'm not afraid to say that. But God's helped me through this whole thing. So now I am on thyroid medicine and acid reflux medicine, which I'm hoping to get off the acid reflux medicine after all the stones are out of me. I'm hoping that God will heal me of that. And because my friend Nita said her husband no longer had to take acid reflux medicine anymore after he was finished with his cleanses. But I went to my doctor last month for a physical, my yearly physical, and he told me my thyroid levels were way off. So I said, well, I don't take my medicine 1 week out of every month. And he said, and because, I didn't want to work my liver harder. And he said, thyroid medicine shouldn't work my liver too hard. So he told me I really have to get back on it because I'm so off. So that is something I am going to continue to take my thyroid medicine. It's just me. But like I consulted my doctor, and that's just something I have to do. And I do have to take my acid reflux medicine just because I have such bad problems with acid reflux. And I've been taking my acid reflux medicine during the cleanses, and it hasn't affected the cleanses that I've noticed, because I've had a lot of stones come out. And so that's day 1 through 5. Not too bad. You do have, you have to eat a vegan diet, and don't drink anything cold, and no vitamins or supplements. But again, consult your doctor if you need to. I'm not a doctor, and so that's it. And so here's my cherry juice, and I'm on my 4th cleanse this month. Have a happy cleanse. Oh, and see you on part 3, where I tell you all about day 6 cleanse. Very important.